Hi, this is Rob Polenic of Brutal Iron Gym. I just finished up a push day, so it was chest, shoulders, and triceps. This is the second day of the week for these muscles. So I deloaded, which means I lessened something about the workout, whether that's intensity or volume. I actually decided to deload by reducing the weight load. I started with cable flies, which I almost always do for chest growth because it's an isolation just for my chest. And then when I move into a compound movement, which is typically a chest press, whether that's dumbbells, barbell, machine, or otherwise, if my chest is pre-fatigued, pre-exhausted from the isolation movement first, it then makes sure that in the compound movement, my chest is the thing that fails first. Sometimes where people will miss some chest growth is they overemphasize the intensity and volume in their compound movement. They're pressing, but they typically will then fail those movements due to the tricep fatigue or stabilization. So they actually end up maximizing the stimulus for the triceps or the stability muscles and not the chest, which is sometimes why people can lack chest growth. A great way to get around that is to start with an isolation movement, such as cable crossovers like I'm doing now, or you can use machine chest flies, dumbbell chest flies, and one of my favorite variations is actually floor flies, which I learned of from Josh Bryant, and they're a really good way to train the chest muscles in an isolated fashion, but also in a very safe way because you can't overstretch because your arms touch into the floor. So that's a great variation if you want to challenge yourself in an isolated movement, but doing it in a safe way. So I started with the cable crossovers. I chose a little bit of a low angle just to target more of my upper chest. I then did incline chest presses. I did 4 sets of 16 to 20 reps, which is very intense for me because that's a lot of volume. And even though I'm doing 16 to 20 reps, I don't like giving up too much weight. So I'll usually still try to push around a lot of weight, but it is less weight than if I was doing sets of say 8 to 12. So that was a little bit of the intensity deload. And then I ended my chest portion there. So it was 8 total working sets, but since I train my chest twice in the week, that's enough for a second workout. I moved on to dumbbell lateral raises into upright rows, and then I paired that with tricep press downs. I've been training my shoulders more frequently. I've actually been training them 4 times a week, so I don't need as much volume each time I do, but by training them more frequently, my overall volume for the week is increasing, and I'm hoping that that'll lead to an increase in size. For my triceps, doing the cable press downs was very effective. It's one of my favorite variations, even though it's very basic. And since I'm pressing twice a week, I already trained my triceps earlier in the week. Just a couple good working sets of that movement felt plenty enough, especially considering the high rep for the dumbbell incline chest presses. So on paper, it might not look like a lot, but considering it's my second day of the week for all of these muscles, and that for each of these working sets, even though they're high reps, it's still very challenging weight, and I'm still pushing my intensity as maximally as I can, so it ends up being a very good stimulus. If you give this workout a try, I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching.